In this week's edition, the second vlog now of the new season, we travel to the village rugby club of Llantwit Fadre, the grassroots club of Wales's all-time record point scorer, Neil the Ginger Ninja Jenkins. Now, Gumpy learned this week that the club badge is a dragon holding 5 keys, and those 5 keys represent the symbols of youth, learning, chivalry, priesthood and knighthood. Today on the vlog, we will be meeting the individuals responsible for upholding those values with the rugby players of tomorrow. Welcome to Gumpy's Grassroots Roundup. The first match report now of the new season on Gumpy's Grassroots Roundup comes from Division 1 North, where on Saturday the 15th of September, Ruthin hosted Bala. Bala were welcomed at Caethol and really started well into the game, taking it to their hosts. Ruthin, however, weathered the storm and then came back with some enterprising rugby of their own. First score going to powerful centre for the home side, Gethin Hughes. Bala, though, came straight back from the restart and, with some enterprising rugby of their own, were awarded a penalty for some sustained pressure, and it was coolly slotted over by their fly half there, Rydian Jones. With the score quite tight at 5-3, going in just before the half-time, Emyr Gwynedd, the other centre for Ruthin, burst over the whitewash after charging down a kick to race to the line. The extras were added by Dyfyn Humphreys, making the half-time score 12-3 to the home side. The second half started much the same as the first, with both sides really throwing caution to the wind and showing real attack intent with ball in hand. It was the home side again, though, that drew first blood when second row Chris Davis galloped over to stretch the home side's lead. Now at 19 points to 3, it really looked over and out for Bala. Their star player and fly half Rydian Jones, though, had other ideas when, with some deft footwork, he danced round would-be defenders to score his side's first try. And then, as they say, lightning doesn't strike twice, it certainly did for Rydian, and in almost a carbon copy of his first score, he did the same again to put the score then 19-13 to Ruthin, putting Bala very much back in the ascendancy. The clock, though, was against them. And in the last play of the game, home fly half Humphreys slotted over a penalty to deny Bala the losing point. The final score, Ruthin 22, Bala 13. However, man of the match went to Bala's star man, Rydian Jones. Well done, Rydian, and all the best now, boys, for the rest of this season. Okay, so we're joined now on the vlog by rugby mad parent, Mr. Rob Apsey, and the coach here at Llantwit Fadre of the under-13s, Mr. Paul Brooks. Thanks for joining us on the vlog, gents. If I can start with you there, Rob. First question, then. I know that you took the referee, WIU referees course. You could referee some of the junior games. Can you tell us a bit about what other benefits you can get from being a rugby parent?
From being a rugby parent, your child gets more confident. You get to see them enjoying themselves week in, week out, making new friends, whether they play for the same club, whether they play for other clubs. Every week they introduce themselves to new people, they're making friends, and it's good to see a child happy, a child enjoying themselves week in, week out, and they're more confident.
Amen to that, I think, yeah. Paul, I'm hearing up and down the country now sad news about hardships that the grassroots clubs are getting in terms of numbers, how to field fixtures, rather than focus what's not being done perhaps. Can we hear about what is being done by people like yourself and Rob and the clubs around the country?
Yeah, I think it is a challenge in terms of numbers. We're quite fortunate. We've always had good numbers here in Llantwit Fadre. We've got a squad of about 23, 24 at the moment, boys. So we don't generally have problem fielding a fixture every week. But we do have problems as we've gone from the younger ages through to the older ages. The tackling comes along, going to 15-a-side game. Yeah, it is. Injuries. They're getting bigger. There's hormones flying around with this lot now. They're the tackles are a lot harder, so a lot of injuries coming in as well. So it is a bit of a challenge, but we try to make it as enjoyable as possible. So we attract as many players as we can of all abilities. We don't look at them and think, right, they're not going to be a world beater. We want everybody to play, and we try and be as inclusive as we can, and get them involved. And hopefully, if they enjoy it, they'll bring some of their mates along.
Of course.
And we get bigger squad numbers as a result.
Excellent. And Rob, to see your child outside of rugby, at home and in school with family and friends, what would you say the fundamental advantages of being part of a rugby club that gives your child in their day-to-day life?
Well, as I say, he's more confident in himself when he goes to school. He concentrates more. When Mason was younger, he couldn't concentrate. But now, since he's playing rugby, he does concentrate a bit. He can sit there, he can do his work. He's a nicer boy around people as well. He's very polite. I think that's all due to rugby, because I think everyone in rugby is all polite. There's no...
Certainly instills a lot of discipline, I think.
Discipline, exactly, yes, a lot of discipline. And I think it's the same for all the boys. I think all the boys are the same.
Fantastic. And then lastly, Paul, if I could just turn to yourself there, tell me a bit about what hopes and ambitions you've got now for the under-13s at Llantwit Fadre this season.
Well, we don't want to be world beaters. I think the main hope is that all the boys really enjoy themselves. They develop as players. We work a lot on the basic skills, passing, catching, running, and just if we can work on that, if we can at the end of the season look back and see how much we've improved, everybody's enjoyed themselves in a relatively safe environment. We've challenged them throughout the year. We've improved their fitness as well, hopefully, as you can see going on tonight. Yeah. If we can do all that, we'll be happy at the end of the year.
Fantastic. Well, all the best for the rest of the season, gents. And thanks for joining us on the vlog.
No problem.
Thank you.
The second match report now from this week's vlog and the season, of course, comes from the WRU National Bowl competition played again on Saturday the 15th of September, where Aberavon Green Stars hosted Tonna. Now, it's worth mentioning that Aberavon Green Stars, from their impressive league form, made 12 changes for this bowl fixture. And it was the away side, whom we covered in the vlog 2 weeks ago, playing in their new purple jerseys, of course. They belied their league standing, being 2 divisions lower than the Stars, and were rewarded for their early dominance with a penalty that was slotted over by Josh James. With a strong pack, Tonna further took the game to their hosts and looked to extend their lead further with a penalty. Bizarrely though, both touch judges could not agree, with 1 flag up and 1 flag down, leaving the referee to decide against awarding it. The opening try of the game though then went to Tonna's Rodri Rees, who was put away via a perfectly timed pass from James, who duly converted the extras thereafter. James added a further 3 points with a monster penalty, making the half-time score 13-0 to the visitors. The Stars introduced powerful Tom Evans into the front row for the second half to shore up the scrum, and the job seemed to be done. However, with some slick passing from the backs thereafter, from captain and fly half Jason Evans, sending away flyer Keelan Slattery, who was hauled down just short of the line, and managed to offload to Josh Ebbett for the try. Extras added again from the boot of James. Final score, Aberavon Green Stars 0, Tonna 20. And special mention there must go to referee Kath Pritchard, who officiated over the game with distinction, it must be said. Now, it's onwards to the next round for the Neath Valley side, and who knows, maybe a fairy tale ending for the boys in purple there, which could culminate in a day out at the National Stadium in the bowl final for them. All the best to both sides now for the rest of this season. Well, thanks for tuning in to another vlog, and don't forget, tune in next time to... what's it called again, boys?
Gumpy's Grassroots Roundup!
Tune in next time.